Hi there. Today's presentation is finally the last part of a larger series. Yes, I'm finally wrapping up the series on thought vigilance. You can find the other videos by clicking on my name below and to the left and searching for the Thought Vigilance playlist. If you decide to devote yourself to this practice for long enough, I guarantee that you'll have a different attitude about your circumstances in life before long. And if you decide to devote yourself to the workbook of A Course in Miracles at the same time, the guarantee is even stronger. I know because I went through this myself. It doesn't change the world necessarily, but it does change what you believe to be true about the world, which is all you really need to heal. At its core, this whole conversation about thought vigilance can be boiled down to a single familiar question. Is positive thinking warranted? And I'd suggest that deep down we all know the answer is yes. We've all had mornings where we woke up with an unexplained sense of dread, where nothing felt quite right. And on those days, things just don't flow for us. It's one hurdle stacked atop another, and we can easily convince ourselves that the world is against us. Conversations go sideways. It's tempting to chalk it up to coincidence, but the inferential evidence that our inner state shapes our experience is just too overwhelming. When we turn inward and examine the direction our thoughts are trending, only then do we have the power to redirect them. Even just a few minutes in the morning, checking in, remembering that God's will for us is perfect happiness, can shift the course of the entire day. It's a simple realignment, but its effects are profound. Here's one way to think about it. Every thought is a prayer, a declaration of what we believe we want. If our will is divided, our thoughts will be conflicted, and our perception of the world will reflect that instability. But the moment we remember the truth and choose to align our thoughts with love, our thoughts and perceptions stabilize. We shift from fluctuating emotion to a consistent vision. It's also worth remembering that our thoughts are the root cause of our emotions, and our emotions in turn influence how we behave. And as many of us are striving to feel better or to show up as the best version of ourselves, and these are both worthy goals, but we forget that our behavior and our emotional state both trace back to our thoughts. When our thinking is aligned with truth, our behavior aligns effortlessly with that. No strain, no exertion of anything besides our will to see the truth. Right action becomes the natural outflow of a right mind. Trying to behave lovingly while thinking fearful or guilt-ridden thoughts is exhausting. It pits us against our own will and creates conflict within us. So the real, genuine corrections must happen at the level of thought. In upcoming reflections, I'll turn my attention to emotions. I'll explore the idea that there is a stream flowing through every moment of our conscious experience. That stream begins at the source, our thoughts, and flows down, first into emotions, and then into behaviors, which are motivated by emotion. If the stream feels toxic, we don't need to waste energy trying to clean it up downstream. We hike back up to the source. We change the thoughts, and the emotional and behavioral patterns will be naturally purified downstream. If you hope to act with integrity, peace, and clarity, it starts with being in your right mind. I hope you'll give thought vigilance an honest try and see what happens. For me, within the first few weeks, I noticed a shift. My baseline emotional tone was lighter, and when I did get triggered, the intensity of it was far less than before. And that was only the beginning. If at the end of the day we're all just seeking a better emotional experience, then this practice will make that so if we stay with it long enough to transcend old beliefs. And as we continue to devote myself to the practice, we have every reason to believe that things will only keep improving because we now understand the power of our minds to make our reality. So if you're finding these ideas helpful, it would mean a lot if you liked and subscribed to the channel. I want to express my deep gratitude to all of you who have subscribed already. I'm sorry that I don't see your names or faces because I'd like to hear from you and about you. If you want to chat or share your thoughts, or if you have a question or some feedback, please leave a comment below. I do my best to respond to all of them. You can also find me on Substack, at natekokernot, and at my website, miraclereadiness.com. Thank you so much for joining me here today.